I keep it 100, like Borden. In the streets, but especially when recording. Minty in the split.
I'm the cameraman, dog. Hey, man. We gotta grow up, dog. It is what it is. Can't sit down and wait for actual cameraman to come and work for me for free. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He
went to school and put in that work. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta be the cameraman, bro. Well, yeah. You already know, fams. Welcome to another episode, bro.
It's a pleasure to be here, man.
You know what I'm
Thanks for having me,
saying?
dog, for real.
For sure. No, I had to tap in with you, bro. I was actually I was at the studio 2 weeks ago, and I was chilling with Borden, and then Borden was like, "Bro, you didn't interview Merker yet?" I was like, "No, I didn't." He's like, "Yo, you're slipping, fam." I'm like, you're right, dog. Like, this is a legendary studio, man. Where we at right now?
Yeah, we're at Merker Music Studio.
Merker Music Studio.
But Borden's the man, though.
Yeah, I know. Shout out Borden, bro. Shout out Borden, fam. Nah, for sure. I'm sure you guys have done some magic up in...
For sure,
Did you do any of his recent tapes here with you?
Yeah, so the last one he recorded here, but even the ones, there's a few, the one straight through, I'm horrible with titles, but the one he recorded straight through.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
By Pro V, you know, and then they brought it here for the mix and master. So, so he didn't record them all here. The last one he recorded here, but even when he doesn't record it here, he brings it here after for the mix down. And,
somebody told me that too. They told me, yo, whatever you do for your final project, bring it to Merker for him to mix it down after. Like,
it's really with COVID that, like, because a lot of people started recording at home, you know what I mean, during COVID. And it's like, even before COVID, I always told people, if you're an artist, you should be able to record yourself at home. It doesn't make sense now. If you have a laptop, you're 80% of the way there, you know what I mean? A little mic or something, just to put your ideas down at least. And then, but then sometimes when you put the idea down, like, that's the most fire take. Even if it's not the perfect, like, the mic doesn't have to be perfect, the take has to be perfect, you know what I mean? Once the take is perfect, and then you mix it after to make it sound good, you know what I mean? But, like, you got to capture that feeling, that emotion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dropping the gems early, dog. Less than 2 minutes. Okay. I see where this conversation is going today. Let me get my notepad ready. You know what I'm saying? Nah, fuck with that still. Okay. So, before we leave off Borden, right? That one take shit, bro. Does he do that when he comes to record too, or is like
the very first time? Because Borden used to come with peso and break bread, and it used to be like all night sessions. We do 4 or 5 songs and whatever, you know. Then after a while, when the first time Borden came to do a solo track, so man, we put on the beat. And he did the first verse and the chorus and the second verse and the chorus and the third verse and the chorus straight through. no stopping.
This guy, Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah, like, what? He's not human, man. He's not human, and so this is like.
Boom. You're the perfect person to ask. You recorded, I'm sure, thousands of people by now. Yeah. Two decades you've been doing this around?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. How many people you've seen with that ability, with that skill?
Doing straight through?
Yeah.
So, I mean, a couple, but just not like Borden, you know what I mean?
Give a number to it, like a ballpark. Out of 1,000?
Less than 5.
Less than 5 out of 1,000?
Yeah, for sure. Out of it's not even everybody that just does a verse straight through, you know, like that's I can't count that, because there are a lot of people that can do a verse straight through, but like
a whole song?
Do a whole song.
That's nuts,
like
bro.
It's only, like I said, there's like, Truth Vibes comes to mind. Ash and Sequoia.
Drop some names.
But
who else?
He would come through, but I mean that's the only person that really comes to mind. So I know Borden and him, but I know there's others that are able to do it, like even Tokyo Sensei, he could do it. This guy. 100%. So, but
who the first two you said?
So Borden and Truth Vibes is what he used to go by. He goes by Ashton Sequoia now, or
I think I heard that before.
So he used to be with Black Gloves. So so he would be able to just do a track straight through. You know what I mean? But even Trey Smith, Trey Smith could do a track straight through. So
Yeah?
yeah. Because Trey, when he comes and he just spits the track for me. Like he performs the track for me
Yeah,
first,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
Before he jumps
does
in the
it.
booth, it's like throw on the beat, and then he performs it. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
but still,
yeah,
like that's
yeah.
still just a handful, you know. So
All right,
it's like
yo,
4 or 5,
while we're
you know?
on that topic, like, who else are some crazy shit you've seen in here that had you like, wow? You know what I'm saying?
Well, so like I was mentioning Tokyo before. Like one time I was recording him, and like, you know, you lay down your main vocal and then you do the backs after, right? Which is just like the endings of each line or whatever. And like, you know, some people struggle with that, like you know, they rush it or they're late or they miss it or whatever the case is. Tokyo one time he laid down his main vocal. And then when he went to do his backs, for whatever reason, I had muted the main by accident. So there was nothing playing. And my man just on the grind all the time. My man hit the backs straight through the verse without the verse
playing.
Without the verse playing. And like, you know, most people, as soon as they're
and it was
expecting
on
the verse,
point.
bro, on point. Boom, 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 straight through. I was able to just unmute the
Why'd
main.
you stop him? Like, yo, bro, the verse is
No, I
not
didn't catch it
playing.
because the man he's just going and he's doing it. So I'm like,
Yeah,
and it's only
yeah.
after like, yo, most people they would have just stopped right away.
Yeah,
They're expecting the verse to come on.
yeah,
Just like, yo, something
He's
wrong.
going
I gotta
with
fix
it.
it. You know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yo, my man just like
He was in his
not
zone.
fake.
Yeah, he was in his zone. Was he
just
sipping
boom.
out zone?
No,
sober. I like that. I like that.
yeah,
Shout out Tokyo.
Yeah, that's always something that stuck out to me. You know. 'Cause
Okay,
like I said,
okay,
it's-
okay. Anything else?
But honestly, it's too many.
Too much.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's why I'm like, if something. That's why I'm like, if something stands out to you, it must be crazy because
Yeah, facts.
you granted so much people. You know.
Exactly.
So I remember like used to be known as CALI,
Yeah.
or I don't know if it's your CALI or the spot's CALI. But why do you call yourself Merker Music now? How does that work?
So that was because everybody calls me CALI. That's what I'm known as. So when I first started doing music, so I was CALI the artist, I'm CALI the producer. There's CALI Productions, you know, like CALI Productions was like the brand. But then it's like, you know, like CALI Productions, produced by CALI, featuring CALI. Yeah, I didn't like the CALI, you know what I mean? Like, and I was working with other artists, and I didn't want them to be like kind of shadowed by that and say that like, oh, it's CALI's thing, everything's CALI. You know what I mean? I wanted everybody to have their own space.
What do you mean though? I don't get it.
So-
Like, so what if everybody
Well,
different?
because like, okay, like let's say Death Row Records, like there's Death Row Records. You know,
Okay.
Suge Knight runs Death Row Records. But
Okay,
it's not
okay.
like it's not Suge Knight Records. You know, it's not like Suge Knight Records. Suge Knight's on the track. Suge Knight
Okay,
produces
okay.
it. But you know what I mean?
Okay,
Like
okay.
it's like I wanted to give it like just a business identity. You know, like the label per se.
okay.
Because people used to ask me, oh, CALI Productions, are you guys a group? Are you guys you know what I mean? Like it wasn't clear, and like because every time I had a show,
Yeah.
I always put everybody on the
Okay,
show because I'm
okay.
like, well, I'm not gonna rock it by myself. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I got my team, so
yeah.
everybody rocks it out. But then like the logo is CALI Productions in the back, and
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like I don't know, it's just a lot of CALI,
Yeah.
and I wanted everybody to be able to shine. So I made Merker Music. Merker Music was so that like I could be CALI the artist, and it's like under Merker Music. Like Merker Music is the umbrella. You know what I mean? Like that was the idea, and so that all the artists that I was working with could be like, you know, not under Merker Music, but it's just that like, you know what I mean? Like Stan is their own artist, and it's not like CALI Productions.
Okay,
CALI, you know, like,
okay.
I don't know. It was just that, but.
Okay, you said a lot just now. First you said you were an artist, then you said for your artists. So like, let's start with the artist. Are you an artist or not?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
I'm an artist. I'm
okay.
an artist first. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
I'm an artist and I'm a producer.
I do
Like
see
that.
you sometime on Instagram spitting your little 1-2. Yeah, but I didn't know you're an actual like artist.
well,
I thought you was doing your thing on the phone.
Yeah, no. So I mean, because that's why I built the studio. It's because I'm equal parts artist, producer. Like I'm not a producer that raps, and I'm not a rapper that makes beats. You know what I mean? Like I'm literally like. Because from the beginning, I've always like made my own beats, wrote my own songs. You know what I mean? Like, so I did that, and then I built the studio to do that. I had the studio for years. People used to ask me, "Oh, can I rent out the studio?" We're talking about 20 years ago, so it's like
sure.
$20 an hour. You know, like, yo, I'll pay you $20 an hour. I'm like, bro, I'm not renting out my studio for $20 an hour. If you want to make a song together, pull up. You know what I mean? Like I was in the studio.
And not everybody had one back then.
Yeah,
so
no,
you
exactly.
stand out more. Yeah.
And it was to make music, you know what I mean? Like I was there all night with, and when I say my artists, I said the artists I was working with. They weren't like my artists. I wasn't, you know what I mean? It wasn't like,
yeah, because you said the label part, so I'm like,
But
okay, so
yeah.
you sign artists? Like,
No,
okay,
that was
okay.
never. It was just like linking up with mans that like, oh, you rap, oh shit, you rap too, oh, you're dope. Okay, boom, let's make music together. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That was the idea, and that's why the reason I made Merker music was because I didn't want to be like, you know what I mean? I didn't want it to be like, oh, I'm the boss and whatever. Like, no, everybody is their own artist. Everybody, you know what I mean? Like, everybody can shine at their own speed. You know what I mean? Like, that was the idea. But at the time, Facebook, there was no like business pages. So I opened a page, called it Merker Madness. It was meant for the team, again, for everybody to shine. But I was pretty much the only one really using it. So then people started calling me Merker, you know?
Okay.
I was like, and so like I said, with the Cali Productions, I tried to fight that, you know? And then I made the Merker music to separate myself from it. And then they started calling me that. So I'm like, okay, at some point you got to stop fighting. You got to go with the current, you know? And like,
so you were part of like the music industry, the Montreal whatever industry for like, you say like 3 decades? Like how I mean, I don't want to like ask you your age like that, but like
no,
how long ago you been like
it's over
in
20
this?
years.
Over 20 years.
Over 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. If I think, because we're 2026. Yeah, for sure. Exactly. Like, yeah, over 20 years.
That's
22,
dope.
23.
Like, I feel like I'm trying to think, yo, you might have the most insights on everything. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm trying to put it into perspective. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm definitely not from the beginning, because I came to Montreal like a little bit after, like around 2000.
Okay.
So I've been in Montreal for over 25 years.
Okay, where were you before?
I was living in California before, and then...
Okay, hence Cali. See, you didn't put that part in. Okay.
It all makes sense, right?
Okay, Cali moving to Texas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, there's a whole like wave before that, like I didn't get.
That
to
you didn't part.
witness,
Okay,
you know
so
what I mean? Like,
so on coming on here and starting to get in the scene, seeing what's going on, what was happening, who were the hitters, like.
well, Bad News Brown was the man.
Bad News
that
Brown.
was like.
But more on the harmonica.
Yeah, on the harmonica, but the thing is that he was rocking stages with Nas and shit. Like, you know,
yeah?
yeah, Nas comes to the city, Olympic Stadium.
Okay.
He's rocking out the, you know what I mean? The harmonica with it.
Okay.
Like, me coming into the game.
He was the face.
He was the one that, like
undisputed. The Holy City
yeah,
knew
for
that
me, he was the king.
face.
Yeah, for sure. No questions asked.
Okay.
Like I said, for me, that's who I looked up to.
Okay.
I said to myself, okay, because me coming into the game, I wanted to win Grammys and all that. I was going for it all. And in the end, like, Bad News was the biggest. So in my eyes, it was like, if I want to get to the Grammys, I got to get to Bad News level first. Like, that's going to be, you know what I mean? Like, he was setting the bar, basically, for, like, a successful, like, underground artist on the hip-hop side. You know what I mean? Like, even if he wasn't rapping, okay, he was rapping with his harmonica. You know what I mean?
Okay. So he was putting Montreal on the map.
He was putting on, he was traveling, he was getting paid for shows. Like, he was...
So if he didn't die, do you see it? Do you see him being like way like the biggest thing right now, or do you kind of see it like maybe?
Sure. Well, I mean, like, because we're talking about a long time ago.
Yeah,
now.
in terms of his trajectory.
I think for sure he was leading the way. I think it would have only got bigger and bigger until eventually he might have fall back to put other people on type shit. You know what I mean? Not on some fall off shit, but on some like, okay, well, like. Because when you open doors, that's the whole point. You know what I mean? Like, you open doors so that other people can get on, and he was definitely opening doors.
Opening doors, yeah. Okay.
Yo, he had the DVD, man.
Yeah.
He was breaking into people's house.
Yeah. Well,
making beats.
Yo, that's early internet times. Still, I remember watching that video. Still, when I first came to Montreal, dog.
I have the
that's
DVD somewhere.
You have that one?
Yeah. I have to find it.
That's a classic. That's a classic. I remember that one still. He was a wild card.
Yeah, that's... I mean, this is like, what was the...
What year was that?
Called? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. This is like early 2000s. But
Early
what was
2000s, yeah.
what was those street DVDs? You remember the street DVDs?
I don't remember what it was cost.
Ah man, but anyways, that's
Yeah, yeah.
at the end of the day, it was that raw shit. It was real. Like, you know, you were watching it. It was entertaining. It was him doing shows. It was him, like I said, breaking into houses and shit. Like,
Who else? Who else?
Was popping those times? 4 in the morning.
Okay, no, I'm not
you don't
familiar.
remember 4 in the morning?
Okay,
They had,
and then just go down the list for me until today.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yo,
It doesn't have to be
my memory is
everybody.
horrible, yeah.
It doesn't have to be
No,
everybody. Just like an overall random. All right, you know, then this, then maybe the that, then the that, then the, you know what I'm saying? Come down the line with it.
This is where everybody's gonna get mad at me now.
No, you know why you can't get mad at you? You know why they can't get mad at you? Because you can't name everybody.
Yeah, no, it was just.
So they can't get mad at you. And you got to understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like.
Well, because I mean, with that wave, with the wave that Bad News Brown was leading, I would say like, you know, this is when the Borden and Pesos were coming up, the Boy Blues, you know,
that's right after
Blast. Yeah, that was like,
okay.
It's all part of the same wave, really.
Yeah,
and truly.
yeah.
Like I would say he was
would you say
it.
Would you say Bad News was a bit before them though?
Yeah, I think he paved the way for it. He's the one that opened the door for that kind of first wave.
Okay.
Well, that, like I said, it's not the first wave.
No. But I know what you mean.
I know
what you mean.
The Butter Baby.
Yeah,
there was, you know what I mean? Like there was shit.
yeah.
I'm not trying to
No.
disregard.
Yeah, for sure.
The original.
As you said, they're starting from when you came on the scene.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's
from
what it
me
is.
coming on the scene, that's what it was. It was Royal Peasants. You know what I mean? It was Eye Blast. It was Feezy. You know, you guys know DMS Feezy.
Yeah,
I know
for
rapper
sure.
Feezy.
For
You know
sure.
what I mean? Like,
Okay.
Those times, big time records.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
So it was. Yeah, that was like.
That was an era. That was an epic era.
Yeah,
that was an epic era. I made a Rushmore the other day, and I put Boy Blue, Magnum, Borden, and Eye Blast. Right, but I really should have put Bad News, right? But like, if you had to make a Rushmore, what would your 4 be?
Rushmore is tough, and you have to put Mills on there. You know what I mean? You have to put Mills on there.
He was sick. I don't know if he was like. Not talking talent wise. We're not talking talent wise, but in terms of like, I guess a bigger face in terms of.
Well, cause see me like. So, you asked me my Rushmore.
Yeah.
For sure, it's Boy Blue, Magnum.
Yeah.
See, it's tough, man. I would say, cause at those times, I would say probably. Eye Blast and Mills, you know, like
Boy Blue, Magnum, Eye Blast, Mills.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't take off none of those for Bad News.
Well, because Bad News, I would kind of put him like above that per se. I would put him in a class on his own. You know what I mean? Like I said, I would say he's the one that kind of opened the doors for them. I mean, like respectfully, because I mean, you know.
Okay, let me make it hard for you.
Magnum came up with Bad News, and
So
it's like. I'm not, you know what I mean?
Let me make it hard for you, though.
He's gonna make
pull your toe. You have to take off one and switch it.
I have to take off one
and switch it with Bad News.
Oh wow,
that's
tough.
Off?
That's tough.
So we have Magnum, Eye Blast.
Because the thing is, because you know what? I'll talk it out. Okay? I'll talk it out because you have to have Blue on there. Because Blue, at the end of the day, is the only one with a hit record from the English side of Montreal.
I say that all the time.
Like, you know what I mean? There's no, like, and I've seen what that really looks like. It's like, it's years later. I mean, even when he was just at 100,000 views on YouTube, that's why when they pay for the views, like, it's so obvious because, like, I've seen what a real organic 100,000 views looks like.
6 years of building
Everybody knows the fucking song. You know what I mean? Like, they're in the city, you can't mention the song and somebody's like, what's that?
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? At 100K, like it's not 10 million.
That's
at 100K, then he hit 1 million. I'm talking about like 4 or 5 years after the fact. I'm working an office job. Mans are walking in.
It took longer than that to go to the million, not 5.
I don't know how long it took to go to the million, but I'm just saying years later, mans are just bumping it. I would come across people like, I'm just listening to that hometown. And it's like, and the song was years old at that time, and it was still moving and circulating, you know?
Facts.
So I'd be hard pressed to show me a bigger track. You know what I mean? Like on the English
west side,
there
is no bigger. There's no bigger track. There's no bigger track.
Another track that made noise is the
100 bands.
The 100 bands.
100 bands.
But not as big. Yeah,
not as big as Hometown.
Exactly, not as big as Hometown.
But I would say it's the next one underneath it.
That's the next one.
The next
Absolutely.
one underneath
that was the next one where people were talking about it. Oh, did you hear? And
you know, and it was actually playing in the clubs and shit.
Well, yeah, Nori came. You know what I mean? It was like an authentic cosign. It wasn't like because you know there's a lot of let me pay you $500 for a shout out videos. Like, bro, it's a business, right? Like all these artists, like. Bro, I can get Raekwon, I can get Method Man.
For the right price, you can get anybody.
I can get anybody to sit here and say, yo, Merker's the man. And yo. That's not a cosign. You know what I mean? Like,
facts.
So, like, for Nori
Style P did it for
Borden.
Borden the other day. Yeah.
So that's the only two that I know of where mans are like
free of charge. Yeah.
Like, yo, I rock with that. That's priceless.
That's dope.
And so that's why Boy Blue has to be on there.
Facts. I agree.
Because for me, it's like that's solidified.
I agree.
And separately, like his marketing was always on point.
Yeah.
He had
put
a
in the
genuine
work.
fan base.
Yeah.
The amount of times I'm outside with this man's and people stop and say, let me get a picture with you.
That's dope.
Who else is getting asked for pictures?
That's dope. Especially Montreal. People are too bougie
That's
for
what
that.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
But people see Blue. People come to the studio. People go, yo, this is where Blue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when it's that star shit.
No,
it's that star quality. Not everybody has it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So Blue's on there locked in.
Magnum has to be on.
Magnum's on there locked in because for me he's one of the best. If not the best.
He is. Yeah.
I have this.
So far, I haven't heard anybody better. So far. There's always, they say the best basketball player or the best whatever is in the basement, like chilling. That's a nobody that nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? But so far from what we heard, I haven't heard no one better yet still.
Yo, and show me somebody that even says, nah, he's whack.
I haven't heard
really
it.
like him. I've never,
I haven't heard it still. I haven't heard it.
Everybody might not be the biggest.
It might not
fan,
be their favorite.
But nobody's gonna say.
But no one's gonna say he's trash.
I don't know. Did you hear that one? Like I don't know. I just had never heard.
First of all, once you say he's trash, for me the conversation is done. Because what are we talking? What are we talking about?
Clearly,
you got it. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I remember the first time I seen Magnum perform, I was like, oh yeah, like. This guy can rap. It's not just there's like being able to rhyme, and like rhyming on beat. There's levels, and like this guy's like, oh fuck, he's fire,
he's fire.
He's
fire.
The first time. So
shout out Magnum,
shout out Magnum.
So Boy Blue, Magnum,
and Magnum have to be on there.
Okay, we said Bad News has to be on there, so
now Bad News is on there.
So there's two more.
No, so there's one more now. That's what I'm saying, like, cause after
one more.
So it's tough, you know what I mean? Like, because it would be either I Blast, and I mean, it's because Peso and Borden at that time they were a group, you know what I mean? Like it was Peso and Borden together, so like they would kind of be one spot, and there's somebody that like it was tough to leave them off of the first four that I gave, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But I would say at that time they were more on the come up.
Okay, facts.
And like. The reason why I would put Mills on there as the fourth is because him too. So the same way I seen Blue have like legitimate fan base, like Mills had fans, people checking for his music, not just in Montreal, like internationally. He like, you know what I mean? Like,
but I Blast too.
So I Blast too for sure.
Yeah,
that's why it's tough. It's
tough.
Really between them two.
I don't know. I think in terms of a bigger like fan base, I'd say I Blast still.
Bigger than Mills?
Yeah. Because I feel like more people know I Blast than Millie Mills.
So because I would say Blast probably did more. Like, and not to downplay what Mills did.
No, we're not. As I said, we're not talking about talent here. We're talking about face card. Yeah,
he probably like consistently put out videos. You know what I mean at the time. So like he put in work. That's why I'm definitely obviously not trying to discredit that. It's just like the impression that I had.
That
like,
you
have. You know what I mean? Like I said, with Blue, like I seen it for myself. You know what I mean? Like,
hands on.
Like
he was recording here.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Blast, like the utmost respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Blast, like I said, when I'm naming off, say if we don't have news on it, it's blast that I put on it. You know what I mean? It's just that like
I feel
between
you.
the
I
two,
feel
just
you.
what I
Willie
witnessed
Mills.
myself is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
like
yeah.
Mills, and it was like, and the music, he was fresh. Like the sound was, because Montreal as a whole, it's always a little bit dated and a little bit behind. You know what I mean? We're always like chasing sounds more than like making our own
Having
sound.
our own. Yeah.
And but Mills was like fresh and like up to date. It was like very current. It wasn't, you know what I mean, like what he was dropping, I feel like commercially, because at the end of the day, unless you like blow up on some random shit, to really become a star in this music shit, you're gonna have to throw big bucks at it. Like it's the only way.
Yeah.
Like now
Sure.
there's
Nowadays,
more-
how it works, you have
Yeah.
to put in money in
Well,
your
'cause
record and stuff.
now you have more chances like with going viral and whatever, you know what I mean, with social media, because you got to
That
remember
too.
these times,
That too.
this is like the very beginning
That
of
too.
Facebook and all
That
that,
too.
you know what I
That
mean,
too.
like the
That too.
YouTube was still
But
in
it's
its
that's like
early
1 out of
days,
a
like-
million though. Like
yeah, no, exactly. That's like the random, you know what I mean? But like these stars that we see, and it's like, oh, we, you know, he gets called one of the best and whatever.
Yeah.
Right, it's $500,000 that they dropped on the very least on marketing. Like,
That's a fact.
no, you want to drop a single
That's
in a
fact.
region.
Once they're signed to a label, they have a machine that's just gonna put
And it's the
them in
big
front
bucks.
of you.
Yeah, exactly. So
no facts.
And so I just feel like if you had thrown some big bucks behind Mills at that time,
He would have gone.
I think he had one of the best chances to go still.
But he's the only one. No, Blast hasn't really made music in a while too. Cause Magnum is rapping, Borden is rapping, Blue is rapping. Mills, I'd say Mills and Blast the only one not rapping right now. Yeah.
Mills, I record Mills' son sometimes, Sonic.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's how long I've been in the game. I went from
You've been
recording.
engineering generations out here.
Yo,
No,
Sonic
that's
has
wild.
bars,
That's
so,
wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so the second push, Mills isn't doing the second push. And just on a side note, I produced a joint for Mills, a fire joint with my brother Cupid on the chorus. Shit never got put out, right? And it's fucking fire. It's a joint that, like, I feel like, because it was towards the end where he was starting to stop.
Yeah.
And it's a joint that, like, bro, that shit would have went, bro.
Would have went,
yeah. That shit was hot. That shit was
That's
hot.
crazy. That's crazy.
But yeah, no, now the re-wave now, we have the same Magnum and Borden, everybody, and for sure, like, I think Borden is making much more of a splash now, you know what I mean? Like, at that time, like I said, with him and Peso, it was fire. They were getting love. It was like I think they could have went too.
For sure.
But now, like on the rehash, like Borden's locked in.
Yeah, for sure. He's locked in, and he has a dope producer. Shout out 80.
Shout out 80 Rock.
And it's like, bro, they complement each other so well. It's incredible. I feel like every artist, mams, if you could find your producer that would just up your
for sure. That's what every artist needs.
shit more, you know.
That's what every artist needs is a producer. It goes together.
It goes together. Like,
you know what I mean?
they've
Like,
made me realize how important it is just by seeing their chemistry. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, rapping on beats is cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
but
yeah.
When you're making music from scratch together,
And even me, bro, like, there's a certain frequency, a certain sound that'll bring out my best lyrics. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So that counts as it too. There's just
100%.
everybody works on different frequencies. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and just the creative process, even in itself, like, there's magic in the process, you know what I mean? And so I love the fact that, you know, I can make a beat here tonight and a rapper in California can hear it and rap on it. Like, it's dope. The internet fire.
You make beats too?
Yeah.
Okay,
for sure.
I didn't know that.
But when you're in the room, when the beat's being made and the ideas are brewing, it's like, you know what I mean? There's like, I don't know, there's a certain magic. You know
Damn, you do everything. You rap, you engineer, you make the beat.
Yeah.
What am I missing?
I make graphics.
Okay.
I edit my own video.
Okay.
Nah,
Okay. Fuck.
Yeah.
Would you say, like, are you the best engineer in the city? Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. No.
you know what? I don't know.
Okay.
Because I've never...
Have you heard something that dropped from an artist where you're like, Cause I'm sure you must have a different kind of air. You know what I'm saying? Where you're like, yo, who's that? Who mixed that tape, or who did that? Like,
Well, so that's the thing. I don't because I'm not an engineer at heart. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing. Like, there's, you know, I feel like there's engineers out there.
so it's a bit of a hustle.
Not that it's a hustle. It's more that just I didn't want to have to rely on anybody. I'm not good at delegating.
But the fact that you recorded so much people is either you have a love for it or it's for the money.
Oh no, so me, I have a love for music. That's the whole thing. Like, so like I explained before, I opened the studio to make music. It was when my wife was pregnant.
Okay.
She's the one that said, "Oh, you should rent out the studio." And I was like, well, I didn't really, like I said, I didn't want to, but then she sent me one person. I said yes to one person, and then it just rolled from there, just word of mouth and whatever. So it's not something I set out to do. You know what I mean? It wasn't a business for me where it's like, oh, let me open up a studio.
It just happened.
If I can get 30 people, they pay me $20 an hour. Like that wasn't, you know what I mean? Yeah, that wasn't the scheme at all. It was like, oh, you know what I mean? Like I love music, so I have a studio because I love making music. And then I just started meeting dope people that needed a studio, and so we worked together, you know what I mean? But so, and like, as much as people always paid me for my time, it was never really about that. That was just to keep the doors open, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't, I've never been charging crazy prices. Like, I always just charge what I need to keep the studio open, you know what I mean? It's like,
makes sense.
And because I love
to do
making music, you know what I mean? So that's why engineers that like set out to make a bag, they burn out because artists are crazy. Like,
they won't stop.
I would never want to build a business around artists. Artists are emotional. They're not stable. I know because I'm one.
Yeah.
They're all over the place. They're not organized.
You're kind of like a dealer in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Facts.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'm up to the music.
Yeah. The hood comes to you for that fix. Cause music is therapy too. And trust me, it's a feel good for them to release. You know what I'm saying? Especially in a culture where you can't say less and don't talk too much and don't show emotions and act tough. And you know what I'm saying? So come in here, they get to therapy. You know what I'm saying?
And really, truly, it was during COVID that like it was obvious that was it, because during COVID everything closed down and everybody was losing their minds, and you were open through the COVID. Yeah. I don't know if I can say that. It's on camera, so. But
we have to beat that part.
I might have.
Allegedly.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
And if I did, everyone that came told me thank you.
Wow.
At the end of the session, it was like, because they needed it. You know what I mean? And it was like...
See that? You realized that from time, though?
During COVID, it was clear. Like, I realized it from time, but like I said, COVID made it clear because they were literally like, oh, thank you, I needed that, you know? And so as I've gotten older and the artists that I work with have aged as well, right? A lot of them have stopped, say, pursuing trying to be the best rapper in the world and whatever.
Exactly.
But they still have that love for music. So they come and they tell me that, I just needed some time for myself. You know, I just say, I needed to, because they call me the digital doctor. You know, so they're like, I had to go see the doctor. You know, it's like there's a whole like wordplay that plays into it. You know,
that's dope.
So they come for their therapy sessions and they feel better after. That's why. And then that in turn like makes me feel good, obviously, because if people come and then they leave and it sounds better than they imagine and whatever, and like, so me it's definitely for
which artists have you seen like that you've been with for a minute that like improved the most? Like maybe they started trash and now you're like, wow, these guys are dope, or maybe you just saw them got so much better. Like who we see had like the most growth?
The crazy growth, Stony S Baby.
Yeah?
Which is also
he doesn't make music anymore.
He still makes music.
Like personally, but I mean like release. Okay.
No, and he drops.
He drops?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sleeping.
So that's the thing, like, because I'll tell that story. It's all love. Stoney's family. And he's from the Borden and Peso camp. It's all the same family, you know?
Yeah.
And he was on a joint with Peso Peso and Borden, and he was just freestyling, you know, like, because he never pretended to. He wasn't like, oh, I'm trying to be a rapper or whatever. It was just like, oh, just let me get at it.
No, you could tell. You could tell he doesn't really care. He's having fun.
Thing, you know? And then they were like, yo, I can't remember exactly, but they said they're gonna take the verse off of the track. So he said, yeah,
especially with a man like Borden who's taking this serious, like
yeah.
And Borden don't like rapping with anybody still.
Can't catch Borden.
Yeah. Trust me.
Yo, so he said, yeah, you guys take me off. Yo, I booked my own studio time. And then he just came and he shot. He did the. They call me Mom Boucher. Man, I can't remember. It was that Rick Ross joint, but he flipped it and he used like Montreal, like mob man's names.
Oh, it's a bar.
It's a super old video that he did. So he did the track, he did the video, he dropped, and then, bro, as Peso and Borden stopped making music at those times. Well, Stoney kept on going, and then he did Longboard, and Longboard popped off. And it was like, yo, it was like nobody
didn't doing something. He didn't expect this.
He didn't expect it, you know, because it was just like. But then at the end of the day, you see, like, I love making music with Stoney, because Stoney comes and it's a vibe, you know what I mean? He's not worried about trying to be the best rapper or whatever. He's expressing himself, you know what I mean? He's an artist because, you know, he's a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
He draws. He's mad talented. He's super artistic. Yeah. For me, I realized that all the arts, it's really the same. I thought they were all different, and then I realized
everybody's just
all
artistic.
the same. It's just different ways of, you know what I mean? Whether you're rapping, making beats, painting, whatever you're doing. It's writing, poetry.
Creativity.
Yeah. It's all the same shit. And so he's super artistic, and he's a vibe,
is lyricism important to you? Or do you feel like music just be free, like even if you're not giving crazy metaphors, as long as it sounds good? Like
lyricism is dope in its own right.
Okay.
Like, I don't think
it has its own lane.
Yeah, exactly. Like lyricism, when there's dope lyricism, and because you want that, you need, you know, it's like food, right? You can't like just only eat steak or only eat potatoes or whatever. You know what I mean? Like lyricism is something that's like, it's so sweet to the ear, it's nice, it gets the brain going, but like, bro, nobody wants to listen to that shit for 4 hours. Yeah, like, bro, after a while, like, I don't want to have to study and catch every syllable and the quadruple entendre.
I like how you put
that. Bro, if I'm cruising and I'm in the car, it's late night, I just want to relax. You know, it might be some R&B or it might be some more.
And you know what's crazy now that I'm realizing? Like back in the day, that's how they would structure an album, like something for everybody, like the girls track, the club track, the street track. You know what I'm saying?
That was that was the recipe.
That was the recipe.
But I'm against that.
You're against it?
I'm against that. Yeah.
Talk to me.
Because
Why?
for me, an album, because an album, if you're gonna have like the club track, people that like club songs, they're not gonna enjoy the album. They're just gonna enjoy.
Not necessarily, because look what you just said. You said there's a time for everything. So it could have been a day where that's your vibe. Maybe a day another vibe. Maybe another, but you could all find it on that tape.
So if I'm in a club vibe, I want to be able to put on an album and
all club.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the vibe. That's what I'm saying. For sure, nobody wants to only listen to that. But that's why different artists have to feed different things. You know what I mean?
So make an album for the club. Make an album for the streets. Make an album for
that. If your thing is making club music, you know what I mean? Like, if that's your thing, make club music. You know what I mean? And then that way, if I like track 3, I'm probably gonna like track 2 and track 7 and track 5.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, but that's the album times that like people don't really do albums like that anymore.
No.
That's an album, that was always if I hear an artist tell me, there's something for everybody on here, then there's also nothing for everybody.
Wow.
It's you know what I mean? Like, it's not.
But I don't know, because some of those albums had like bigger sales than we will ever see today, fans. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Those are machine sales, though. That's the
Yeah.
Okay. They pumped it through the machine. That's what I'm saying. They would hit you with a hit single, give you a video. Everybody likes it. They run out. They go buy the album. 80% of the people skip through the album and just like the one hit single because they've heard it 100 times. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like the art of making full albums, it's not a lost art in a sense, but it's just not practical. practice very much anymore. We're in a singles based environment, and which is cool because then you can switch up every single if you want. It's fine, you know what I mean? Like you're feeding different things at all times, so it's a little bit more.
That's true. That's how it is.
open,
We go to the artist of the type of music we want to listen to.
Yeah,
so that's
exactly.
what we do right
You know
now.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, if I'm not gonna go pull up a Rick Ross album if I want some deep introspective lyrics. You know what I mean? I want some shit talking. I got money,
No, for
whatever.
sure.
I'm gonna. You know what I
For
mean?
sure,
Like
for sure,
I need
for
Rick
sure.
Ross to like
For
keep
sure.
it super real with me.
For
You know what I mean?
For sure.
I don't need that from him. You know?
For sure. All right, so yo, what about right now? So you try to run away from the timeline of life. You know what I'm saying? So we did the bad news, we did the Rushmore.
Yeah.
Who's after that?
Well, so because that's the thing, like, right? I can tell you right
So
now.
COVID. I think we reached COVID times now.
Yeah, COVID. Well, COVID. Because I'm not good with just timelines in general. You know what I mean? Like it kind of all blurs together for me. But I feel like the new wave after, because honestly, obviously, with the passing of News and Dutch, like that was huge blows to the scene. Like,
okay, talk to me a little because I've heard the name Dutch since I've came to the city. That's just one of those names.
Yeah.
I don't know it from a hole in the wall, but I've heard that name so much, and I've heard people like look him in high regards and
100%.
all of that. You know what I'm saying? So talk to me about who was that to the music industry.
I wasn't super close to him, so I don't want to like, you know what I mean? Because like respectfully, there's people that like that was their boy. And, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't want to try to act like, oh, that was my homie or something.
That's
you
real.
know what I mean? Like,
that's real. Yeah.
But he was basically like the. So you know what I mean? Like, so I would say where News was like in the front of the camera. He was the behind the scenes. He was
I'm trying to think who we could compare a News to in terms of like
News or what, like artist was?
Yeah. Not News, I mean
like Dutch.
Dutch.
Well, so because like what first came to mind, I don't want to say because it's disrespectful now.
P Diddy? Okay.
That's the first thing
Yeah.
mind,
No.
But
we know what you mean. But we know what you mean. Yeah.
But he's like the, and then I guess Suge doesn't have a good name either. You know what I mean? So I don't want to like,
so
you know what I mean?
That
But
kind
he's
of
like
thing.
that. Yeah, he's, you know what I mean? Like I said, he was like the Jimmy Iovine to the Dr. Dre. You know what I mean? Like kind of, you know what I mean? Type shit like that. You know what I mean? He was. Yeah, Dutch was the man. News was the man, and Dutch was the man, and they were like really spearheading the scene. Yeah. So those two losses were detrimental to that wave, really and truly, because then some people stopped making music. You know what I mean? Like Blast went to Toronto. I just, you know what I mean? I don't think things just kind of fizzled, you know what I mean? Like,
so it was dead for a while?
Yeah.
And at what point did you see it seems like it's picking up right now? Or?
The resurgence, I would have to say like Husser, you know?
Nate Husser.
Yeah, Nate Husser is definitely a big part of like the resurgence of the scene on the English side, you know what I mean? Like,
you'd say he's the top dog right now?
Yeah, he would be on the modern day Mount Rushmore, I think. You can't talk about Montreal.
Okay, I like that. Let's do a modern day Mount Rushmore.
I don't know. The new one is tough now.
I like that.
We're talking about the English
side.
So
Nate Husser.
It's tough, you know.
We need three more.
You have to put Mike Schaab on there.
Mike Schaab, in terms of, yeah.
You have to, you know what I mean? Like English, because, and so he's
and again, we're not talking about talented, we're talking about face card.
Yeah,
like, he just has that.
Like, it's undeniable.
For sure,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
And then that's the thing, Schaab is special because, he raps in English, but he is French. You know what I mean? So, like, that's why because at the end of the day, the French scene is 100 times more poppin' than the English scene in Montreal. Just because of numbers, you know what I mean? Like, it's such a small population. People think, oh, Montreal has 1 million, 2 million people, whatever. But yeah, it's like, then you slice the English.
Couple 100,000 is English.
Yeah, if that, you know what I mean? So now we're talking about a small town in the middle of nowhere. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, so even though we're a big city. Yeah, it's not.
The English is literally from like Celeron to like what? Like downtown, and that's it? Compared to the whole
pretty much
island?
You know what I mean? Yeah, like the whole east side. That's the thing. The city's divided east and west. You know what I mean? So Schaab is special because he's like, well, he's French, and then he has his roots here, like kind of on the east side, more.
So do you
than
think
the
a lot of
west
his
side.
fan base are French?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's a good question. I'm not sure, but I know he's popping.
Okay,
I know
okay.
he's popping and he's doing it. And me, I got nothing but love for people that actually
Doing it.
because everybody talks about, oh, what's wrong with the indie scene, and all this, that, and at the end of the day, I think the biggest problem is just lack of doing. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of talking, and I think it's a Montreal thing because it's not just in the music scene. I think what holds back Montreal is all the talking and no action, and then the people that do make moves, some moves, when it doesn't pop off right away, then they blame the city or they blame the haters or whatever, and that's easy, right? That's the easiest thing to do, is to try something, come up short, and blame somebody else. You know what I mean? Instead of looking and seeing what did you do, what worked, what
Exactly.
didn't work, how can you do it better?
I just said that on my song wars. I'm like, everybody's complaining, but yo, it starts with you.
Yeah, oh,
You make
for
the
sure.
difference.
Absolutely. No, that's why I can't stand the complainers.
Facts,
you know?
facts,
It's
facts,
the
facts,
worst.
facts,
So
facts.
that's why all this to say, mad love for people like Shab
No, for sure,
that
for
are
sure.
doing
Shout
it,
out to
you know what
anybody
I
doing
mean?
their thing.
And
At the end of
showing
the day,
that you can do numbers. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, and then the thing is,
and it's good for the city regardless.
Fact.
Because like, if he blows up, it sheds light on everybody
on
else,
everybody,
regardless. So
100%.
whether we like them or not, whenever somebody's doing their thing, it's a good thing.
100%.
For everybody, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah.
It just shows to me. It shows. Look, it can be done.
True.
You know what I mean? Because
and we should all support it still.
it's celebrate.
We
It's
should
from
all
the-
support it still.
From the city, and it's popping.
No,
Like,
you're
what
right.
do you mean? What else
No,
do you
you're
want?
right.
If
You're right.
if you're not gonna celebrate that, what are you
You're
gonna
right.
celebrate? Right?
You're
Like,
right. You're right.
So I don't know, man. So
right,
me,
Nate
and so that's the
Haas,
thing.
yeah.
It's, the modern day Mount Rushmore is tough to say because it's even just the way the music scene is as a whole. It's not about like the stars and stuff anymore. It's about like building a fan base. And so there's people like Basics brought this guy Jojo Savant. He came to the studio. I think he was like 16, 17 or something. I did 2 sessions with him. And he taught him a 1-2 thing. He was super into it. Showed him like a 1-2 how to make beats, whatever. But this guy went to home, made his own beats, put out his own music. This guy has over 100,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. It's like, it's more popping than a lot of people that
Who've been
say
doing it
they're
for
popping.
years, yeah.
And it's like, and because he's just doing it. And so the thing is that if you're not part of his fan base, you don't know. You know what I mean? Like, but there's 100,000 people out there that listen to the music and say, yeah, I fuck with this. You know what I mean? Like, so it's tough to say, okay, these are the 4, because it's not really about, like I said, like the superstars thing anymore. It's about like finding the people that your music resonates to, putting out music enough consistently to build that fan base. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, I like that angle.
because
I
you
like
know what I
that
mean?
angle.
Like,
I like that
back
angle.
in the day, you did a 2-3 video, you were like top 10 in the city because not everybody did music
doing
videos.
it.
You know what I mean? Like, it was like, that's what it was. So if
So
you
you
had a
stood
music
out
video,
more.
it was very easy to stand out. Now it's like, it's wide open, which I love it. It's available, like I said, for somebody to just say, yo, I'm gonna make music in my room and put that shit out, and it's gonna resonate with people, and I'm gonna fuck around and blow up. Like on some, I can walk outside and nobody knows who I am, but I'm getting Spotify checks. You know what I mean? Like that 0.003 cents.
Talk
it adds
your
up
shit.
when you got
Talk your shit.
100,000
Talk your
of plays.
shit.
You know.
You're absolutely right, but I still want that Rushmore.
The Rushmore. So, well, that's the thing.
You're
'cause it's
absolutely
tough.
right, though.
So, because I'll tell you, like Husser, Shab,
We had
throw some
2 more.
names out there. So throw
King
some names.
K.
King K, fire. I love King K.
Would you put him on the Rushmore?
I don't know if he's doing Husser numbers and Shab numbers.
But we're talking about a little bit of numbers and a little bit of face card, like as in everybody
Because
knows.
me, like KK, so I've recorded him a few times. He comes, he does verses for people. Mad professional, always bars ready, bars on point. You know what I mean? Like he has his marketing on point, his image. He's doing his thing. He opened up his own studio. He does me. I love that. You know what I mean?
Word,
So I got
yeah.
like nothing but love for him.
Yeah.
And like, but the problem is for me is that like, I really only see mostly the people that I work with, and like there's not a bunch of them doing crazy numbers, you know what I mean? Like I love all of them and I believe in all their music and I feel like it could blow, but it's tough for me to say, okay, yeah,
They're doing
these
the
two
numbers.
go on the Mount Rushmore,
Okay,
you know what I mean?
okay,
It's
what
like,
about
it's, you
K
know?
Goon?
So K-Goon, he just came out, he's making a big splash. He has his, but like, you know, Rushmore, I don't know, Mount Rushmore, it's tough, you know what I mean? To
tough.
put somebody on a Mount Rushmore, it's like...
But for
it
sure, but
almost
you
like-
easily put Nate and Shav. That one's
Yeah, but
hands
because
down.
but they've been for a few years now. Like they've been doing it long enough and enough things where it's like
Consistently,
where it's like you're solidified.
okay,
you know what I mean?
okay,
Like
okay,
where it's
okay,
like
okay.
and not to put down anybody.
No,
you know what I
we're
mean?
just
What
keeping it
anybody
G.
else is doing it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like because all these people doing it, I love it. I
For
love
sure.
to see it. You know what I mean?
Damn,
Like,
so we missing two faces on the Rushmore. It's a
but it's
two-face
tough.
Rushmore.
Who's super popping in the city? That's what I'm saying. Who's super popping?
Okay, that's a good challenge for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Get your face on the
Right now,
Rushmore.
like-
you know what I mean?
I don't know. Like I said, on the French
All right.
side, there's more. You know, there's
All right,
put
all right.
Saint-Sucré on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Put-
yeah.
Put some Frenchmans. Troy Dunnett is killing it.
I don't really know the Frenchmans to be
No,
honest.
Troy Dunnett is an English.
Oh, he's an Englishman? Troy Dunnett? Oh, I
Troy
never heard
Dunnett
of
is
Troy
killing
Dunnett.
it.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's too many that I rock with that are doing their thing, but
But
it's
they're
like,
not out
like I
there
said,
like that.
yeah, Mount
Okay,
Rushmore. It's
okay.
like
It's a little
I
bit
don't
of
know.
everything for that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's tough.
I think if Max keeps doing his thing, because he just started up again, like really
Yeah.
getting himself out there and everything, I could see him like
You know what? Like,
getting numbers
I would
eventually.
more put Borden on.
if he puts that work in.
But I would
and
put
Borden too.
Yeah, I would put Borden.
Borden
on
actually
the
has
now.
a fan base.
Exactly.
Still.
I would put Borden on the new Mount Rushmore. But see, like that's why it's weird because even Magnum can low key slide back.
He could. He's not there yet. He's not there
Yeah.
yet. And again, we're not talking talent-wise,
Yeah, no,
but he's not
there's-
there yet in terms of recognition and numbers and all of that. You know what I'm
for the
saying?
resurgence. I could
But
see
Borden
that.
is
But
getting
Borden,
there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Borden's
Like, I mean,
getting
just
there.
the Styles P,
Yeah,
cosign
yeah,
alone
yeah,
is
yeah,
an
yeah,
argument enough to say that, like, yo.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, that's a solid 3. It's a
And
solid
so
3.
yeah, I put Borden on the new
Yo,
one.
you know what kind of random thought came to me when we were talking? I'm like, yo, all the engineers are always white. I like, and like out here, like,
Yeah.
I can't even think of one black engineer that's like
You can't
has a
think
name
of
that
one
has a
black?
name like you or like Craven or like 80 or like, you know what I'm saying, or like, you know what I'm saying, or Lex, Silex, or you know what I'm saying. Like I can't think of one. Make way, you know what I'm saying? You think of
yeah.
Anu, like I can't think of one, bro. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that crazy?
Philex Remy, him.
Philex Remy,
Yeah.
he's known like that.
Yeah, well,
Where's-
cause a bit more. He does the stuff for Versos and all that. So, because he's an engineer.
Okay.
So
Where's his studio
out of oh man, I'm horrible with names. It's where Versos shoots all their stuff.
Okay, Versos.
I'm just bad with names, man, and I
Okay,
feel horrible
okay.
because it's going on.
Okay.
But
He's a black man doing his thing.
He's mixed, but he's fire, and he's an artist too, and he raps in French and English.
Okay.
And he's dope. He's like a me still.
Okay, talk your shit.
No,
Y'all know
that's
you
why-
talking heavy
No,
right
I
with this
don't
rap
resonate-
shit right now. You know
I
what
don't
I'm saying?
resonate with like
Yeah,
engineers who are like, I want to be an engineer.
Okay,
You know what I
okay.
mean? And that's why I resonate with
But you're
them
known
because-
as, I honestly,
Yeah.
no disrespect.
No,
I
no,
feel
no.
you're known way more as the
For sure.
engineer than an artist.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like. I was just having this conversation with somebody earlier today.
Yeah.
Like it was an insult if you tell me like, oh, like to call me an engineer would be like an insult. Like,
That's what I said earlier. I see why. I think when
cameraman.
CY called me a cameraman, I was like, oh, that would hurt me. I'm gonna get you back, CY. Pills boy, I'm gonna get you back, dog. Yeah.
But then, like, bro, once you're 10 years in, it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, bro, I do this. I've done my 10,000 hours. It's like, how can I not rep that proudly. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I am an engineer. It's one of the things that I do. And I do that more than anything else. So for sure I'm an engineer, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, what led me to be an engineer was being an artist and a producer, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I wanted to learn how to work Pro Tools so that I can make my music. It wasn't because, I want to record people and take their money.
Yeah. No, facts.
No, man, I just love
Are
making
you
music.
familiar with CY?
CY,
Yeah.
of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
He
CY 's
records
the
you
man.
too?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, CY's the man.
Yeah.
And
Shout out
he's
CY.
not afraid of some controversy.
Not at all. I love it. Actually, not all the way, because I have seen him duck his tail here and there. But compared to most, like he talks his shit still.
Yeah,
I
that's what
fuck
I'm
with
saying.
it. I fuck with it.
Because
I fuck with it.
listen, me, you know, people talk in the studio, you know what I mean?
No,
it's a
for
safe
sure,
space.
for sure.
I'm not gonna.
It's kind of like a barbershop, eh?
Yeah, straight up, you know what I mean? Like,
Never thought about it like that.
yo,
Still,
people talk their shit, but it's like
I never thought of it like that, bro.
Oh, yeah, people
You're
talk
there
their
mixing
shit.
with bigger conversations going on behind you, fam.
Yeah,
You
for
probably
sure.
heard some shit,
Yeah.
and you're around street mans. And when they're comfortable with each other, they're talking. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
They're not even thinking about you.
No,
like
I'm
you're,
just like,
you're the white boy doing the music. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I never thought
true
about
story.
that. Still,
True
that's
story.
sick.
But I mean, like I said, they talk their shit, but
Yeah.
you know, publicly,
Yeah.
and CY is
Yeah,
talked
yeah,
publicly
yeah.
more than the majority of people, you know. So shout out to
Lee,
CY.
never thought
man.
about
CY 's
that,
the man.
bro. You know what I'm saying? Niggas could come get the scoop off engineers. I like. That's
Facts.
crazy.
Facts.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But
That's
me, I'm
crazy.
sworn to secrecy. I'm like doctor patient privilege. You know what I mean? I don't
for
know
sure,
nothing.
for sure,
I've never
for
heard
sure.
nothing. Allegedly.
Hear no evil, see no evil.
Facts.
No facts.
No. Because you have to be comfortable in the studio.
No,
That's the number
facts.
one thing.
Number
you know what I
one.
mean? You're creating.
Number one.
If you
Number one.
don't feel comfortable,
It's gonna affect your creativity.
yeah, facts.
For sure, for
So
sure.
many people come here, they can talk their shit.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people fall out, bro. Like, honestly, that's the worst part of it, is that, like, watching mans that come and do music together and then they fall out. Because then I'm still cool with, but I didn't have a falling out, you know what I mean? But it's like, they've known each other for 10 years. I know the mans of 2-3 years. I'm cool with both of them, but they're not cool. And that's rough.
Okay, that's
you know what
another
I
thing.
mean?
Did you ever have to, like, make sure you don't schedule certain people close to each other because you might think that could be a problem and you don't want them to
all the time.
all the time, eh?
Not all the time, but 100%.
Wow.
That's why I don't do online bookings. People tell me, "Yo, do the online bookings." Nah, man. I like controlling who comes when. Like, I know the people that come late.
These are
I know
dope
the people
angles
that-
we even talk about like that from an engineer, you know what I'm saying?
No, I know who books 2 hours, but ends up needing 3. Every time they always say, "I'll just take 2." I
What if
forget the
somebody calls
session
you like,
after.
yo, when is so-and-so pulling up?
Yeah, impossible.
Impossible. Like,
Impossible.
but you think they're boys though. You don't even know.
Yeah, well, that's why. Like, but me, I always respect, like, because even if I see 2 mans come to the studio all the time together, and then one man books a session by himself,
You won't say nothing to the other
if the other
person.
guy calls me and say, "Yo," I'm not gonna be like, "Oh yeah, Jimmy just booked the other day. He's coming Thursday." Why the fuck would I say that? I don't know what's happened between the last.
What about, like, a man is being selfish, right? And, like, he doesn't want his boy to take your number to come record because you're his engineer, you know what I mean?
I've never experienced
You never experienced that?
honestly, no.
Okay.
My whole business is built off of when people bring
Knowing
somebody.
people, you meet somebody
and,
else
like, I've
and so
never had
forth.
somebody be like,
Okay.
"Yo, don't."
Yeah.
Because, like, if they bring them in, they're making music together. Naturally, they're cool. You know what I mean? And so it's like, and they're happy. And like I said, I got love for everybody I work with. And for the most part, they're happy. They send me business, like, and me, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? And it's love, and that's why, like, I make sure to keep that cool. I don't take sides. I can't.
sure,
you know what
for
I mean?
sure,
But
for sure.
I said artists,
And-
they're emotional, right? They'll
Trust
hate
me-
somebody one day,
Yo.
and then they're best friends the next day. Right?
Trust me, even with interviewing, like, certain times I gotta, like, try to stay neutral, like,
Well, yeah, for sure.
regardless of the situation. You know what I mean?
Listen.
It can be hard sometimes, and I would hope niggas I mess with could understand, like, yo, this is business, it's nothing personal.
sure,
You know what I'm trying to say? But I've had people who don't like certain people that I'm interviewing. But
Yo,
it's
listen,
like,
it's journalism.
for
you know
sure,
what I mean?
for
Like,
sure, for
I'm
sure.
not super familiar with it, but that has its own code. You know what I mean? Where you have to report and you have to stay neutral and whatever. You know what I mean? Like, but we're in a time now where, look, you know, you are the cameraman. Respectful.
Yo, Cali is trying to send shots at me right now, dog.
No, but I'm saying you control it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you can put yourself into it. You know what I mean? But just the fact that you mentioned that, I know you realize that, oh, it can have a negative effect on another part or what. You know what I mean? Like, exactly, you side with one man's, but you can't get another interview because this man said, nah, he's seen you rock with that one.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That
Like,
thing. Yeah.
So you have to be diplomatic to a certain level. You know?
Or people getting mad at me for what people say on the interview, like, what?
Yo, I've had that happen. People were like, exactly, they're mad I recorded somebody. It's like, bro, what do you mean, bro? Like, they booked a session and
like,
they recorded a diss track.
Want me to that's a nice angle. That's another angle, yeah.
Nah, you can't record that here.
Yeah. No dissing nobody in the studio.
Hold on. Send me the lyrics. What's the beat you're rapping on? Okay, all right, yeah, that's cool. I authorize this. No, man, you book your session. You want to talk your shit. But like I said, half the time they do a diss track and then a week later they're cool with the person again or whatever. But when they're beefing now, it's like they try to say, oh, you know, like Cali what, bro? Cali pushed a couple buttons, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can come record your clapback. Let's go.
Facts. I like that. Yeah.
What are you mad at me for, bro? I'll make your shit sound good too. Come pull up.
Facts. Yeah,
man,
that's real still.
That's
real
real always, man.
Yeah, that was dope, man. I feel like we're gonna have to do a part 2 still because I'm sure there's more cooler things, and I don't want to make it too long too. You know what I'm saying? Make it too boring. Short and I like short and spicy. I try to go for an hour, you know, but but I definitely want you back because I feel like you have a lot of insights. You know what I mean? And we could have more fun because you experience so much, bro. Like,
man, I'm always down to
you know what I'm saying? Like when go ahead.
No, I was just saying off camera. I said on camera. You're like, I fuck with what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Respect,
like real talk.
Respect,
because like
respect.
A lot of people, again, like not to harp on it, but like people complain on the scene a lot and say what's wrong and this that, but they don't exactly like you complain that platforms don't do this, don't do that. Build your own platform. Like everything it's so easy now. Like just do it. But it's so much easier to complain about what the next man is doing.
Yeah.
So I love what you're doing with the Song Wars, with the podcast, bringing that real shit. The scene needs that. You know what I mean? Like that's how the scene gets built, and nobody wants to like sacrifice to build those bricks. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to be the superstar, but it's like, bro, there's a bunch of things that get built for that superstar to get up there. You said it perfectly,
bro. You got to put your pride to the side. You know what I'm saying? And definitely me stepping from the whole street lives help a lot because you can't really do certain things when you live in a certain lifestyle either. You know what I'm trying to say? That's like a setback.
100%.
It's a setback. You're only setting yourself back. You know what I'm saying?
Which is something that's really tough for artists because a lot of the times it's the street shit that how they make their money to be able to invest in the music. But the thing is that it's
what's holding them back
at the same time. So it's like it's a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? Like because anybody that's blown up in music, I mean, you're advertising where you're at. Like I'm gonna be at this place on this date at this time. You can't be in the street shit like that because mans are gonna pull up on you. You know what I mean? Like it's just you know what I mean? Like it's a public life. If you're gonna be an artist, it's a public life, and so you can't really be too heavy. You can't be in the streets at the end of the day because it's just like we're saying, it's a double-edged sword. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's what stopped a lot of English rappers from really blowing up. They get to that certain level where it's like now you're gonna have to say, okay, fuck it, I'm closing that chapter and I'm going all in on the music. And it's tough to do because there's no guarantee with the music and
and their money they're making. Trust me, that's one of the hardest transitions, bro. Going from making money to a 9 to 5. That's not easy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So you need like an investor. You need, you know what I mean? Like to really be able to do it. It's tough, man. It's tough.
No, facts.
So yeah.
You already know, man. Jeez, Cali, Merker music, you know what I'm saying? Let me say, see, I'm a man, I ain't scared to give flowers, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I feel they're scared to like big up people. I love bigging up. I love giving flowers where it's due, you know what I'm saying? And like, you have a legendary space there, you know what I'm saying? You've been a part of this scene as long as I've been around, you know what I'm saying? So like, salute to you still, you know what I'm saying? We go tap back in for sure, you know what I mean? Any last thing you want to say? You're good?
Yo, just shout out to everybody doing their thing, man. Let's keep building the scene. Let's do what we have to do, man. No complaining, just grinding and making it happen. You know?
Braps, just like that. Bam.
I keep it 100, like Borden in the streets, but especially when recording. Mint tea in the split.